Celebrate your birthday with the R-Fills. R-Fills birthday packages are sponsored by Rivet Baseball Town Charities Batting Cages and Baseball and Softball Skill Screening. Birthday packages are just $120 and include 10 general admission seats, a free pass to Funland, an autographed baseball, drawstring bag, and a reserved parking pass. And for an even better celebration, ask about our character pool party package or plan a birthday.
Hello, Reading Fightin' Phils fans, and welcome to the second half here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Your Reading Fightin' Phils will take on the Somerset Patriots today through Sunday. It is a perfect weather day at America's Classic Ballpark. I literally don't think it could get any better than this as we get ready for game number 1 of the 6-game set and the first game of the second half. So the records reset at 0-0 apiece. In the first half, Somerset took the championship crown, so they'll be going to the playoffs, a 44-25 record as they walked it off with an Anthony Volpe home run against the Hartford Yard Goats. So they are the northeast side of the league that will make the playoffs. On the other side, it is the Richmond Flying Squirrels. So both of those teams already have secured a spot, and then now we're playing for the second half champions on either side of the division. So Reading looking forward here to a 0-0 record as we get started. Today's game, first pitch coming up in just a moment, but there is a lot to talk about here. If you're joining me on Minor League Baseball TV, if you're joining me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, or wherever all of our platforms, we got a lot of them. I am Emily Messina bringing you today's game here at America's Classic Ballpark. Thanks so much for tuning in. Reading will be throwing Noah Skiro here to start the competition. Skiro's been one of the most consistent pitchers in the R-Phils rotation, a 3.59 ERA, 3 wins on the season and 42 2/3 innings. And on the other side, the Somerset Patriots will have a rehabber. The Yankees have sent them righty Domingo Germán here to rehab, coming off, quite a bit of injury. So he'll be getting the start today. Don't know exactly how long he's going. My guess is going to be at least over 50 pitches, somewhere probably in that 50-60 range if he's feeling okay. His last rehab start, he's had one prior, 40 pitches, gave up just 1 hit and 3 innings of work. So we'll have to see how he plays today and how long he's out. But I think Reading is really looking forward to hitting against another major leaguer. They saw Max Scherzer last Tuesday. What is it about the Tuesdays here? And Jalen Ortiz got a home run. Both Kevin Vicuña and Vito Friscia had hits off of the rehabber's double, actually. So I think everybody's looking forward to seeing Germán today from the Yankees. Simone Muzziotti back with the team. He had a couple of rehab games out in Clearwater and in the rookie ball league, so I think we're all excited to have him back in our lineup leading off. He's going to be out in center field today, so excited about that. Vito Friscia is going to bat second, Josh Ockamy in the 3-hole, and Jalen Ortiz is going to be in that cleanup spot. Aldrim Corridor batting 5th, Ollie Castillo 6th, Wendell Rijo, Jonathan Guzman, and Kevin Vicuña rounding out that 7, 8, and 9 spots. For the Somerset Patriots, they'll start off with Anthony Volpe. He was the one that walked it off for them. He's got 27 stolen bases in 30 attempts, which is pretty impressive. Elijah Dunham, another top prospect for them, Josh Bro, and Brandon Lockridge batting in that cleanup spot. Jason Rosario and Jesus Bastidas 5 and 6, and then Mickey Gasper, Michael Belche will be the designated hitter, and Chad Bell 7 through 9. Your umpires in today's contest, Evan Johnson will be back behind the plate. I feel like we see Johnson every home series, but that's not really how it works. At first base will be Ray Valero, and over at third will be fill-in umpire, although he's been here quite a bit, Brian DeBrouwer down the third baseline. So Johnson, the crew chief, will be calling the balls and strikes as they do the meeting on the mound today. Reading's going to wear those throwback black uniforms, so the R-Train vintage black cap with the matching jerseys and the home white pants, and Somerset's going to come out in their road grays with the navy cap. So very home versus away here as we start off this beautiful contest. This ballpark is getting very full here on a Tuesday in Reading. We've got that pool area packed down the right field line. The right and left field grandstands are filling up quickly, and a seating bowl that comes from about first to third base, and then of course our 67 club down the third base line, and our massive left field deck in the outfield that comes to the picnic area. The R-Phils video board is out to left center. And then pretty spacious until you get down the right field line, which is that big Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Pavilion. Now the lights are on here at the ballpark as the sun is not setting yet. It'll probably be about 8:30 or so, but there are a couple clouds, and the roof and the light poles do create some awkward shadows on the field of play, so they'll just turn them on just to make sure everything is good to go. Reading looking forward here to starting the second half 0-0. They had a tough end to the first half against Binghamton, a couple of shutouts and a walk-off. But I think everybody's, the vibes are up here. The energy is really high, and we're looking forward to a fantastic game here at the ballpark. So today's contest will be Noah Skiro versus Domingo Herman, and then we're here all the way until Sunday's game before we do Richmond, Virginia on July 4th. And then the off day is going to be Tuesday next week, so it'll be 7 straight days of play instead of the usual 6, so that each team will get 1 day of that Independence Day weekend. We're looking forward to celebrating it here at the ballpark, a Sunday night game, so we can shoot off those fireworks, of course. So another roster move we have to talk about. Jojo Romero is coming here on rehab, expected to be here from today until July 2nd. I don't know when he's supposed to be pitching. He was also out in Clearwater rehabbing. So there was a couple of guys that are playing today that get to come up and play with us today. And now I'm just realizing I did not change the tag on my little graphic. It's the Somerset Patriots versus the Reading Fightin Phils in today's contest. That's being played at Reading at FirstEnergy Stadium. So looking forward to all of you joining me. I'm going to send it down to the field. They're going to get this show on the road as soon as the pitchers wrap up, warming up, and then we'll have the singing of our national anthem today here for the Reading Fightin Phils. Jimmy Buffett night at the ballpark. Cheeseburger in Baseball Town. That's what we're calling us fans. Stick around for today's contest coming up in about 5 minutes here at FirstEnergy Stadium.
salute the flag. And now, please welcome Dave Hartrank, who will perform our national anthem. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Dave Hartrank. The pregame fireworks are comprehensive.
Welcome back, Reading Fightin' Phils fans, here for game number 1 of the second half of the season. So just to make sure everyone's aware how this works here in AA, is that the first half of the season ended on June 26th. Somerset was crowned the champion after they walked it off against the Hartford Yard Goats. So what that means is that there's 2 divisions here in the Eastern League, the Northeast and the Southwest. Somerset took the Northeast, Richmond took the Southwest. So those are 2 of our 4 playoff teams that are set. Then we'll take on the second half. Everybody's record resets at 0. And from today until the end of the season on September 18th, we are now fighting for the remaining 2 playoff spots, the winner of the Northeast versus the winner of the Southeast. Then at the end of the season, the Northeast first half versus the Northeast second half will play each other in a 3-game set, and of course the Southwest will do the same, and then those 2 winners will meet up for the championship round. That's a best-of-3 series. So on to the second half here, a fresh slate, which I think we're excited about here in Reading. I think the vibe's up, the energy's up, and we have a perfect day for baseball here at FirstEnergy Stadium. So if you're just joining us on Minor League Baseball TV or any of our other platforms, thank you so much for being here today. I'm Emma Messina along with Alexis Yoder, bringing you today's call of the Reading Fightin' Phils here versus the Somerset Patriots. And we're on even playing ground, 0-0 apiece, so looking for the first win of the second half. Your Reading Fightin' Phils will throw righty Noah Skiro on the mound, and he will be facing off against major leaguer Domingo Herman here in rehab. But we've got the top of the first coming up. It's Noah Skiro. He'll be throwing to Vito Friscia back behind the plate today. Out in left is Kevin Vicuña. In center, Simone Muziati. And in right, Jalen Ortiz, Ali Castillo, and Jonathan Guzman on the left side of the infield. And Wendell Rijo and Josh Akami, of course, on the right side of the infield. So as we get ready for today's first pitch, it's Anthony Volpe who's going to be leading it off for the Somerset Patriots. He's the Yankees' #1 prospect, and he proved why over the weekend. He had a walk-off hit to beat Hartford. The first pitch of the game coming in at 7:04 p.m. inside for Noah Skiro. It is a ball to start off this contest. Skiro's been arguably one of the most consistent pitchers for the Phils. His last start, probably one that doesn't really embody him as a whole starter, as Anthony Volpe sends this sky high into shallow center-ish. Coming over is Jonathan Guzman. He makes the catch. Couple steps behind the bag at second, maybe one onto the outfield grass. And there is out number 1 for Skiro, and he can just settle in here.
You said earlier that the energy is certainly up here in the ballpark, and that is embodied in the Fightin's dugout right now. I mean, they were all dancing and banging on the Gatorade jug in there, having a good time. They're excited to start fresh here.
First pitch to Elijah Dunham outside, the first lefty that Skiro will see today, and that's kind of what you need. I mean, the crowd is bringing the energy to a really nice crowd for a Tuesday. As the righty deals, this is fouled back by Dunham, 1-1. Dunham's been hot as of late. Certainly the kind of guy that helped them get into a playoff spot. And he takes this foul down the third baseline for strike 2. Over his last 12 games, Elijah Dunham went 16 for 44, which is good enough for a .363 batting average, which is pretty impressive as he takes a ball upstairs. 9 RBIs and 9 stolen bases. That's a big thing this Somerset team is known for, good base running. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the righty deals. This is well struck, out to left, but Kevin Vicuña is there. Can of corn to make the catch, and there's out number 2. Skiro, I think, the best starter in the first inning. His first inning ERA is just .90, and usually get out of the first, you kind of settle in a little bit, and that's what we're looking to do here today.
And sometimes the Fightins have struggled to get out of the first inning in the first half, so it's a good thing that Skiro's taking control here early and already have 2 outs on the board.
Kevin Vicuña out in left. This is just his 5th start in left field as a first pitch strike to Josh Bro. And the second one fouled back. That's the first pitch strike we've seen from Skiro today. Good claps from the crowd here as he's got him down to 2 strikes. On the first base side of the rubber. Here's the 0-2, and this is a line drive right to Jonathan Guzman. That'll do it, a 1-2-3 frame for Noah Skiro. And he sets down the Somerset Patriots, readying an opportunity to get on the board first here against the Major Leaguer Domingo Germán. We'll be right back in just a moment here at America's Classic Ballpark. The Seidel Auto Group Deck Picnic appeals to both die-hard and casual fans with its summer picnic-like and fun tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in prime home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Golden Oaks is an award-winning high-end golf club that offers golfers a country club experience without country club prices. With 5 sets of tees, golfers of every skill level will enjoy their game. Golden Oaks has Bogey's Pub, a beautiful pro shop, driving range, and learning center that will make any visit complete. Golden Oaks Golf Club is the perfect venue for private events and golf outings. Visit us for our newly opened golf simulators, complete with its own bar area and Bogey's Pub menu items available. You can stay in our beautifully restored 1850s farmhouse and then play our award-winning championship golf course. Each room includes full amenities, cable television, and quaint rustic decor. While on the premises, visit Bogey's Pub for lunch, dinner, or a relaxing beverage. We're ready to serve you here at Golden Oaks and look forward to the 2022 season.
Bottom of the first, after a quick 1-2-3 inning, Noah Skiro sent down the Somerset Patriots, all balls in the air. And so Reading has an opportunity to get on the board here first in the bottom half. They'll send up Simone Muzziotti, Vito Friscia, and Josh Akami. And of course, the Major League rehabber Domingo Germán back behind the mound. He's now squatting down and grabbing some dirt, taking a moment to himself here. He'll be throwing down to Josh Bro back behind the plate, Elijah Dunham in left, Brandon Lockridge in center, and Jason Rosario in right. Bell and Volpe on the left side of the infield, and Bastidas and Gasper on the right side. Taking a moment. And now he'll come set. Kicks and fires the first pitch into Muzziotti, a called strike. We haven't seen Simone here in quite some time, as he's been on and off the injured list kind of all summer after coming back from the Philadelphia Phillies, but we're really happy to have him back as he fouls this back into the net behind home plate, down 0-2. Muzziotti started the season with the Big Phillies. He played 9 games there, all in center field, recording 1 hit and making 1 error in 30 innings of play. Another one fouled back. This one will hit the roof, and he'll keep his 0-2 count. Then he joined us here in Reading, played a game, hit the injured list, came back, played a couple more, and I think it was at Somerset where he re-injured himself. So a lot of time here. He goes up the middle, but Anthony Volpe is there to make the play, and the Yankees' #1 prospect retires Simone Muzziotti for out number 1. So he's playing a couple games in rehab up in Clearwater. We'll talk about that more the next time he's back up, but really grateful to have him back to the active roster today and back in that leadoff spot and out in center field. As Vito Fresia steps to the bag, he had a great game against Max Scherzer, last rehabber we saw out in Binghamton. And this is sent high in the sky for foul ball, strike number 1. Domingo Germán has spent quite a number of years with the Yankees. 4 seasons there. His best season probably 2019, where he recorded 18 wins. But he's also faced a lot of injuries as he comes inside for ball number 1. Originally signed by the Miami Marlins in 2010, and then worked his way through the system a little bit, but was traded to the Yankees in 2014. This pitch is inside again. 2 balls and a strike. So traded for a couple of, for David Phelps and Martin Prado, and they got Nathan Eovaldi, Garrett Jones, and Domingo Germán. So that's how he became a Yankee. Went up through the system and got his major league debut in 2017. He's taking a moment back behind the mound. Here's the 2-1, and it's a called strike on the outside corner to Vito Fresia. Offers a fastball, a curveball, and maybe he'll mix in a couple of changes. That was the curve there at 86, and it clipped the outside part of the plate. Fastball comes in as 94, and it's a punch out for Vito Fresia. Down and away, there is a strikeout, and 2 outs here in the first. We'll keep an eye on his velocity and see how he maintains it. Throwing more pitches under his belt. Right now he looks to be sitting 93, 94 with his fastball. And the curve, seeing about the mid to low 80s.
The Yankees are just doing so well right now, and they've had a lot of comfort behind wins. And if Germán can get back up there in a good amount of time, he could definitely add to their, powerful starting rotation and give the Yankees even more of a boost. And they're well on their way to becoming a playoff contender real early here.
The 1-0 hits the outside corner, then he misses a little bit more outside with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. It'll definitely be interesting to see where they put him because they already have that full 5-man rotation. And so he's done a couple work in the bullpen. Comes on the outside corner again with the curve. And he is just hitting his spots right now. 1-2. So they might throw him in the bullpen. They might try to work him in the starting rotation as Josh Ockamy connects down the right field line. All the way to the wall it goes. Josh is going to take 2. Here's the throw in from Rosario. A stand-up double for Josh Ockamy with 2 outs. And he gets himself into scoring position here for the cleanup hitter, Jalen Ortiz. Watch this back. He just hits it on the outside corner and slices it right down the line.
And make that a team-leading 13 doubles for Josh.
So he'll put himself in scoring position here with 2 outs and Jalen Ortiz up to bat. Ortiz a righty here against the righty Germán, and now we'll see how he pitches out of the stretch.
And Jalen found himself having luck against Max Scherzer when our Phils traveled to Binghamton. Let's see if he can recreate some of that magic here.
A couple of different things that go on when a major league rehabber is in town. Number 1, they use the major league balls, so different balls for the minors. Tied up on the inside is Ortiz. He pops this foul down the third base line. Chad Bell ranging over. He makes the play in foul territory, and that will do it. But Josh Ockamy gets the first hit of the game. He gets himself on second, but he's stranded there. So on to the top of the second we go here at FirstEnergy Stadium, scoreless. We'll be right back.
low-priced groceries? Just follow me into this well-lit Lidl grocery store. Here at Lidl, we buy in bulk and cut down on costs wherever possible. Then we pass the savings on to you. Trust me, everything's done totally legit and above board. Nothing to be worried about. Yep, Lidl's pretty great. It's just your run-of-the-mill grocery store, except with way lower prices. Lidl. Suspiciously low-priced groceries.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis throughout the 2022 season. Visit Alex's convenient website at brgpa.com and search for your perfect home today. His custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and he's there to answer all your questions. Call Alex today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 11 Savage Auto Group Fiesta Friday games during the 2022 season. eXp Realty Group and Alex Patansis, where every move matters. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com. Scoreless into the top of the second here at FirstEnergy Stadium as Brandon Lockridge settles in on the right side. Both starters put up donuts in their first inning. Herman needed 14, offering Skiro just 11, the only hit so far coming off the bat of Josh Ackermy as Noah gets a first pitch strike. And Lockridge takes another one down and away, 0-2. Skiro, a career-high 8 strikeouts in his last appearance, and he gets him on 3 pitches. That breaking ball has him chasing down and away, and there's his first strikeout here to start off the second inning. Jason Rosario will step in on the left side. Skiro is about even against lefties who bat .245 and righties who bat .250, so not much difference there in the way the starter throws. And he'll come at him. A first pitch taken into right field. This is going to drop in for a base hit. And Rosario gets Somerset first as he jogs down. There'll be a runner on and one away for Jesus Bastidas. Beautiful day here, 77 degrees, just about a 5-mile-an-hour breeze. I'll call it, not really much that would impact the game at all. And a full stadium, which we love to see here at America's Classic Ballpark. Runner on first, 1 out. Bastidas pops this up. Ackermy gives it a little chase, but it's going to end up in the netting above the plaza for strike number 1. Ackermy holding the runner on. The righty takes this to the left side. Castillo down to Rio, and he's able to flip it to first for a double play. Reading goes 5-4-3 to turn 2, and they clear the base pass and get out of the second clean. The Fightin' Phils will have an opportunity to get on the board first once again as we go to the bottom of the second, scoreless at America's Classic Ballpark.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Bottom of the second after a big double play got Noah Skiro out of the top half clean, so still scoreless at America's Classic Ballpark as Aldrum Corridor is going to lead us off against Herman from the left side. Domingo needed 14 pitches to get out of the first. He throws a first pitch strike. Down at the knees. And another curve gets Corridor to chase, 0-2. Just featuring really those three pitches, the fastball, the change, and the curve, which is interesting for a starter here, but he's also seen a good amount of time out of the bullpen. In the 77 Major League games he's pitched in, 56 have been starts, so that's about 72% coming right out of the gate as he misses outside. Here's the 1-2. Corridor connects, taking it way out to left. It's traveling, but Dunham is there to make the catch right at the warning track for out number 1.
Looked like it dropped a little earlier than he thought it was going to because it was carrying for a while at first, but dropped a little bit in front of where he was standing. He ended up getting it, but it looked like it was going to, drop at first. That ball did have some carry on it, though.
He did make sort of a catch at the knees.
Like a basket catch almost.
So there's one here for Ollie Castillo. Stepping on the right side. These are two guys with a lot of experience right now in the game of baseball. Takes the first pitch. Change up, 87 miles an hour right at the knees for strike 1. This is a curve that goes down and away. Strike number 2. Middle infielders were playing back. The corner infielders were in, but with 2 strikes. Chad Bell is going to step way back at third. Open stance from Castillo. Ground ball left side. And it's a good thing he steps back because he's able to field it and throw it to first. Or an unfortunate thing that he stepped back because he gets Castillo out at first, and now there's 2 for Wendell Reho.
That was hit sharply. If he was up a couple more steps, that may have been coming a little bit too fast, but
if he had played up, would have gotten through the hole, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Now there's 2 outs for Wendell Reho. He'll step up for the first time today. Herman coming back after a long stint on the injured list, assigned to the 60-day with right shoulder impingement back on March 18th, 2021, but really tracks back to the end of 2021 as Reho sharply grounds this foul, down 0-2 now. When he's had a lot of issues with his right shoulder, wasn't able to finish out the season. They did get him back for 1 game in October, but really wasn't the difference. He's also, spent some time on the injured list earlier in his career when he got Tommy John surgery over the 2015 season. Reho holds off on a pitch on the outside corner, and it's 1-2, and was on the restricted list for all of 2020. So he's had an interesting career. He's been through quite a lot in his young life, only 29. And this is kind of where you see how he bounces back as Wendell takes another one below the knees, 2-2, and if he does. And this is kind of, I think, going to be a make or break moment for the rest of his career here. He hasn't really played a good amount since early 2021, if not 2019. And Wendell holds off again. That fastball missing outside. And the count is full now. First full count of the game on either side. 2 outs for the Fightin' Phils, scoreless in the bottom of the second. Herman steps back and he comes home, and Reho tied up on the inside. He fouls it back. The big way to know if Herman has his pitches today is if his fastball and his curveball look like two very different pitches. If he can get his curveball to break the way he wants to and hit his spots, that's when players are going to take him yard as the payoff pitch comes in. But he does hit his curveball down and away, and Wendell Rijo chases it. And there is strike 3 and out number 3 in the second. So we're going to go scoreless into the top of the third here at FirstEnergy Stadium.
When the Ready Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wild Missing Family Restaurant and Bakery, Squawk Cafe, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, Jersey Mike's Subs, Klinger's Uncle Sonia, and Subway for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Here we go into the top of the third at FirstEnergy Stadium. We are scoreless. And Noah Skiro comes out for the third, and he gets a first pitch strike to Mickey Gasper. I have with me special guest Steve Essig from Essing's Heating and Cooling.
Yes.
Steve, Essig, your company, how exciting.
Yes, it's great to be here tonight. What a beautiful night to be part of this experience and just be part of Reading and baseball town.
Line drive right to Jonathan Guzman is out number 1 here as we hand it off to Michael Beltre, facing the minimum Noah Skiro has for 2 innings straight. So how did this company come about? Where was the brainchild? When did you start this?
Well, this goes back to my grandfather, Paul W. Essig, and he started the business back in 1938.
First pitch strike inside to Michael Beltre.
Out of the basement of his farm in the Ole Valley, and then he moved to Reading. He started the business.
Skiro deals ground ball up the middle. He tries to get a glove on it, but it's going to get through. And there's a base hit for the designated hitter. Beltre gets on first with 1 out. Here's Chad Bell.
Yeah, he started the business to provide for his family of 13 back in the 1930s, and that's our legacy.
That's awesome. Wow. So it goes back a couple generations, and you guys are a local company. You said Ole Valley, so that's awesome. You guys, you're from around here. So now what are your kind of day-to-day operations here?
Yeah, we service Berks County. We do plumbing, heating, air conditioning, water conditioning, and drain opening, and a lot of pretty much residential is most of our customer base.
First pitch fouled back. It's going to hit the roof. Strike number 1 to Chad Bell. There's a runner on first and 1 out. So serving the local Berks County community, you kind of do a variety of stuff. What would you say is like the most popular thing that people call you for? Most popular service?
Yeah, well, this time of year it can get really hot, so no
runner going, but it's going to be sent high in the sky out to center field. Muzziotti calls off Kevin Vicuña, and Beltre has to go back to first. There's 2 outs. Yes, air conditioning, the big thing now.
Yes.
I'm very lucky mine is working today.
It feels nice in here. It's a nice evening. So, when people have no air conditioning today, they need us right away.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
We pretty much show up the same day.
You do same day?
Yeah, we do.
That's
same-day
awesome.
Service, yeah.
So what's the best way people reach you on the internet? They can call. You have a website?
Yeah, all the above. They can go online and schedule online. They can give us a call. during the day or even at night, you can schedule calls with us.
Back to the top of the order with Anthony Volpe. He takes the first pitch strike. Scoreless in the top of the third. Michael Beltre still out on first with 2 outs. Wow, so even if it breaks overnight, you can schedule an appointment right then and there.
Yeah, you can just go online and schedule your appointment for the next day. And our call center will give you a call first thing in the morning and get you on the schedule.
That's so convenient. Noah Skiro checks on the runner on first. We saw Beltre try to go before. Maybe he will again as Volpe takes one upstairs. 1-1. Anthony popped out to the shortstop his first time up. So we appreciate you guys sponsoring the R-Phils. You guys have been a sponsor for us for quite a while, and you have a great night at the ballpark. 70 degrees, light wind. This is lined sharply down into left field, and it bounces fair. Beltre is hauling it around third. Here's a throw in, and there's going to be no play at the plate. A stand-up double for Anthony Volpe scores the first run of this game as Michael Beltre comes all the way home. Very speedy there. And that'll make the Somerset Patriots take a 1-0 lead. This inning continues with 2 outs. Elijah Dunham comes up, and Volpe still out on second. Lots of action. I forgot what we were even talking about. We were talking about, you're sponsoring this night and how perfect it is. I mean, it's really great to have you guys out.
We have a lot of our employees out here tonight.
I saw you had a table down. The table's still down there?
Yep, we're still letting fans spin our prize wheel and have a good time with that.
This is a fly ball out to right. Ortiz doing his best to chase it, and he makes a catch at the waist. A huge play by Jalen Ortiz in right ends the inning. The Somerset Patriots do score 1 run off the bat of Anthony Volpe, but that will do it. They lead 1-0 as we head into the bottom of the third. Your Fightin' Phils have an opportunity to get on the board. And a big thanks to Steve from Essex for joining us.
Thank you very much, Emily. Appreciate being here tonight.
Bottom of the third as Jonathan Guzman comes in. Domingo Herman still out in the game, just 28 pitches here, but the Somerset Patriots have taken a lead. Anthony Volpe smacked home Michael Beltre, and they lead 1-0. Herman gets Guzzi to pop this up in the shallow infield. Volpe calling everybody off. He makes the catch for out number 1. Cannot discredit Jalen Ortiz's catch to end that frame.
Oh, absolutely. And I was over and I was saying that is a far run for him to get to. I mean, he does have a lot of speed on him for his size.
Right, he's a big guy.
He's very athletic.
And he's very athletic and can cover a lot of ground. And that inning could have continued, and nobody would blame him if he didn't get to that. But he certainly saved runs by making the catch.
Without a doubt. And it looked like it was originally going to drop in and be fair down the right field line. But, great hustle by him to get that crucial out.
Kevin Vicuña fouls the first pitch he sees off into the crowd, and somebody makes a great catch out there. So it's strike 1 as he takes this above the letters. A ball and a strike. Still hanging out 94 with that fastball. Also got the change in the curve showing off today. He's been hitting his spots as he tries to graze the inside corner, but doesn't get the call from Evan Johnson back behind the plate. 2-1. Right now, Herman, 32 pitches. He's got 2 ground outs, 1 fly out, and a total of 2 strikeouts as Kevin takes a called one here. 2-1. The Patriots lead 1 run on 3 hits. Reading no runs on 1 hit. Bottom of the third. Herman deals. And Kevin gets a piece of it down and away to stay alive. Another curveball. And now we're going to see a visit from Josh Bro, which is interesting. I wonder maybe they're having just a signage issue there. And it's a very quick mound visit. He says one thing, pats him on the back, and he's already back behind the plate. It's tough when this is the first time he's probably caught Domingo Herman. And you only found out about this rehab appearance yesterday, so it's a lot of adjustments. 2 balls and 2 strikes here with 1 out. And Vicuña holds up on a pitch on the inside, but he shouldn't have. A fastball hits the zone, and Johnson calls strike 3. That's his 3rd strikeout of the game as we go back to the top of the order. Simone Muzziotti with 2 outs. Reading only has 1 hit off of Herman, and it's Josh Ockamy. Now, it took the Fightins until the 3rd inning to get hits off Max Scherzer. So we'll see what they can do now here with 2 outs. On the left side is Muzziotti. Bro really tries to frame that ball. He holds on to it for about 2 seconds. Johnson doesn't give him the call.
And he's done a good job of doing that so far, helping his pitcher out.
There's another one. Hits the same part on the outside part of the plate. This changeup breaks down to 87. And now they do have somebody warming up in the bullpen here for Domingo Herman. 2 balls, no strikes. The righty comes home to the lefty. Muzziotti sends it foul down the left field line into the grandstand. In his last rehab appearance, they gave him 40 offerings. Well, he's nearly there now. I thought they might let him go a little bit more, but I imagine this will be his last frame. 2 balls, 1 strike. Muzziotti grounds it up the first base side, bobbled by Mickey Gasper, but he's able to pick it up and toss it to the covering Herman. And that will do it here through 3. The R-Phils trail the Somerset Patriots 1-0. Into the 4th we go. Noah Skiro back out for an inning of work in just a moment.
RoofMax of West Reading is a safe, easy, proven, and affordable alternative to a complicated and expensive asphalt roof replacement. RoofMax's revolutionary new technology uses natural, plant-based bio-oil to restore shingles' flexibility and instantly add 5 years of life to a roof. And treatment is around 20% of the cost of a complete roof replacement. From homes to commercial complexes, RoofMax of West Reading can help. Visit GetRoofMax.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
Into the 4th we go. Josh Bro swings at the first pitch he sees off of Noah Skiro. It's right in front of the pitcher's mound, and Ollie Castillo is there to make the play. And there is out number 1 in the 4th. Somerset leads 1-0. They have 3 hits. Reading just 1 against the major leaguer Domingo Herman, who I believe is done, but we'll wait until he comes back or doesn't come back for confirmation. Here's Brandon Lockridge with one away in the fourth. Skiro working very quickly here. Misses down below.
And we were talking about differences when there is an MLB rehabbing pitcher in the minor leagues. Another difference is that they shut the pitch clock off. So that's making it move a little slower than usual, but
maybe that's why Skiro seems so fast right now as he gets a foul ball out of Lockridge, 1-1. You don't notice the difference that it's really made in the game until you do have those rehabbers that don't have to follow the pitch clock. Skiro misses outside, 2-1.
Now look, he only has 10 seconds to throw the ball now, or a couple more to just start making his motion.
Line drive, Ollie Castillo dives for it. What a play in the hot corner.
2 right in a row.
Robs Lockridge of an extra base hit for sure, and there is out number 2. Man, the R-Phils are flashing the leather today. Let's watch this play back. Comes off right on the end of the bat, and Castillo just leaps for it perfectly. Back behind third. Here's Jason Rosario from the left side. He had a hit in the second, but was tied up on a double play. Back-to-back balls here off of Noah Skiro. A little bit of a shift from the R-Phils defense here. Guzzi shaded more behind second. Swing and a miss. He gets him to chase on the outside part of the plate, and the count moves to 2-1. Lot to check on around the farm system today. The Phillies trail the Braves 2-1. There's a called strike on the inside. He goes off speed down to 86 and gets him 2-2. Zach Wheeler on the mound for the Big Phils. JT Realmuto with the RBI. This is taken out to right field, and he beats the shift, dropping it in. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Rosario hustling for 2. He's going to hold up there on his manager's cue. I think he thought he was going to take third, but he's told to stop, and he does.
It looked like he had it in his mind that he was going to try and make it to third base, but overran second a little bit. He's lucky that if Jalen got that ball in like a half second faster, there would have been a play there at second base.
It's certainly not a good idea to run on the Fightin's outfield. They have, I think, 18 or 19 outfield assists this season. Jalen has a couple. Let me just pull that up. 19 outfield assists. That's pretty crazy. So with a runner on second and 2 outs, here's Jesus Bastidas. Somerset already leads 1-0. We're in the top of the 4th inning at America's Classic Ballpark. And he takes the first pitch ball upstairs. Noah Skiro with 38 pitches now. Fastball, 92 miles an hour, outside, 2-0. Skiro gives a look to Rosario, and he takes a step back towards second. Rijo is keeping close eye on him as well. They're going to be very on watch of these runners because Somerset likes to take off. Bastidas takes ball number 3 outside. Skiro is going to have to give his attention to the batter now. Shadows starting to trickle across the field as the 3-0 misses outside a 4-pitch walk here to Bastidas. Puts 2 on and 2 out for Mickey Gasper, and this is really the first kind of traffic jam that Skiro has had so far today. He did allow the run back in the third, but it was just 2 solid pieces of hitting there. Frisha's going to come out. He's going to give his pitcher a moment to breathe here. They're going to discuss a game plan. It's just the 2 of them. Now he'll head back behind the plate. This is Vito's 7th game catching. He's also spent time in the outfield and at first, but mainly stunts as the designated hitter so far this season. Mickey Gasper steps in on the left side, 2 on and 2 outs, and this wildly gets away from Vito Frisha, and they're actually going to say it hit him. Hit him in the back foot. And that is no good. A hit by pitch loads the bases here. Gasper down to first, Bastidas to second, and Jason Rosario to third. But there's 2 outs on the board. It's Michael Beltre, the designated hitter, who is up. Beltre already has a single and the only run scored of the game. Somerset leads 1-0. The base is loaded here in the top of the 4th, but 2 outs on the board. First pitch swinging strike, gets the fastball up to 93 there. Skiro takes a moment out of the stretch, and there's another wild swing by Beltre. Gets him on the inside. He's down 0-2. Time is called. Beltre steps out here. It's Rosario, Bastidas, and Gasper left to right on the bases for the Somerset Patriots. 2 outs on the board in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the 0-2. Up high. Freesia pops up, grabs it above the chest. Skiro's gone 6 innings a couple times so far. Looking for him to get deep into this game as he misses again above the letters 2 and 2. His longest outing pitch count-wise, 87 pitches, but he's been up in the 80s a couple times this summer. So he's only at 44 right now, but he's trying to get out of a jam. Bases loaded by the Patriots, 2 outs on the board. Michael Beltre takes the 2-2, foul. And we'll go again. Everybody was going with 2 outs. Somerset runners already on the next base.
They're hungry, and that ball came off the bat a little awkwardly. It kind of skipped off the end of the bat there. Looked like it was about to drop fair for a little bit, but dropped foul, luckily, because that was going to be a tough ball to get to for Ali Castillo over at third base.
A little bit of a shift for the lefty batter here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the 2-2 up the middle. Skiro gloves it. He's going to throw it to first, and that'll do it. He gets out of a bases loaded jam. Somerset fails to score, but they do lead 1-0. The R-Phils will head into the bottom of the 4th, looking to put a run and then some on the board in just a moment.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
The time has come for businesses to grow, to prosper, to innovate, to succeed. Tompkins Vist Bank continues to be a leading lender to companies in southeastern Pennsylvania. We make decisions locally and invest locally so local businesses can thrive. Call a business advisor today and see how we can help your business grow. Tompkins Vist Bank, locally focused, a world of possibilities. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, it looks like they are going to give him another frame, and by him I mean the Major League rehabber Domingo Herman as we come in for the bottom of the 4th inning. He exactly 40 pitches under his belt, and he'll see Vito Freesia, Josh Akami, and Jalen Ortiz. The R-Phils are down 1-0. As Freesia sharply grounds this deep in the hole at third. Bell across the diamond, but the throw is no good as it skittles across the dirt. Vito Freesia will pick up a hit here, and the R-Phils will start off the bottom of the 4th with a base runner.
That's what the R-Phils needed to start off, especially with Ron back on the mound. You don't really hustle this
And the throw by Bell, I mean, it didn't even make it to second in the air. He just kind of slanted his arm down, and it scurried across the grass, and it wasn't even close. It was kind of like a ground ball across. That's far to throw across the diamond. But anyways, it leads to a hit for Vito Friscia, and he's down on first with nobody out for Josh Akami, who has the only other hit against Domingo Herman today. He had a double down the right field line. Takes the first pitch ball, and he's going to send this up the middle. Ranging over is Lockridge. He makes the catch on the run, and Friscia has to hurry back to first. And there's one away.
Just hung up there a little bit too far, but it was kind of into the gap. Good play out center field by Lockridge.
Here's Jalen Ortiz, and you know what? Here's Dan Fiorito, the Yankees manager, or the Somerset Patriots manager, I should say. He's going to come out, and he's going to take the ball away from Domingo Herman. He will leave with 43 pitches under his belt. Struck out 3 batters, allowed just 2 hits, no runs, and no walks. 3 groundouts and 2 flyouts, facing 12 batters. So we're going to take a break as we allow Mitch Spence to warm up here for the Somerset Patriots. We are in the top of the 4th as the Patriots lead 1-0.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage point.
Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
In the top of the 4th, Vito Friscia down on first. There's 1 out here as Mitch Spence will come out of the bullpen. He's really a starter. Today was supposed to be his day. But Domingo Herman usurped him, and he got the start. Herman leaves after 3 1/3 innings. He allowed 2 hits and struck out 3, but his line is not closed because he is responsible for Vito Friscia over at first. Here's Jalen Ortiz now, the first batter that Mitch Spence will see. He'll have to start out of the stretch, and he sends him a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Kind of awkward for a starter to come out of the bullpen. We saw this with Max Scherzer. They sent out Jose Budo, and he just couldn't handle that weird coming out in a relief inning with a runner on, and it didn't quite work out for him. So we'll see how Mitch Spence handles this. He was a reliever in college, so he does have experience there. But the Yankees transitioned him to a starter in 2021. Pitched 105 innings, struck out 118 batters. Here's the 1-1 from Spence. Sends the ball in the dirt. Is a 5.34 ERA with the Somerset Patriots this season. 12 starts and 2 wins. Ortiz working here, 2 balls and a strike. Righty on righty matchup. Spence out of the stretch. Jalen tied up on the inside, works it foul. And the count moves 2-2.
That has to be a mindset change, going back and forth from being a starter into coming out of the bullpen when it was supposed to be your start day, almost like a relief kind of thing.
I think they're going to expect him to go quite a while here through this game, since he does have that kind of endurance. 2 balls, 2 strikes, way inside. Ortiz able to get back without being hit, and now the count is full. I think it's really all in the mentality. If you are somebody like who is very into your routine, very structured in your pregame rituals, that's going to be a tough transition. If you're somebody like Josh Hendrickson, who we saw earlier in the season, he was just like, I'm happy to be in the game, whether come out of the pen or I get the start. I can adjust, and it just depends on your mindset.
Just thankful to be here.
Runner on first. 1 out. Ortiz rips the 3-2 deep to left. Dunham going back at the wall, and he's able to find it in front of the warning track. Very well struck by Jalen, but it just comes up and down. And there's out number 2.
Maybe just got under that one a little too much, but still well struck and had a chance.
And if the Fightins keep connecting and connecting hard like they do, eventually those balls are going to drop in. Reading trying to put a run on the board here. Somerset up 1-0. Vito Friescha still out on first after a leadoff single. 2 outs now for Aldrim Corridor. Bats from the left side. Corridor pops it foul for strike number 1. He lined out sharply to the left fielder his first time up. Spence, not much experience. 2019 draft pick in the 10th round for the Yankees. And they value him pretty high. Started the season here in Double-A. Looking down and up, here's the 0-1 to Corridor. They get him to chase in the dirt, 0-2. Somerset put their 1 run on in the 3rd thanks to Anthony Volpe's RBI double. But that's the only run of the game so far. We are in the bottom of the 4th at FirstEnergy Stadium. A great crowd here as the sun begins to set beyond the 3rd baseline wall. 2 outs and a runner on first. Here's the 0-2. Aldrim holds off on a pitch in the dirt now. And the count moves to 1-2. Cheeseburger in Paradise Day, and you can really smell them coming off the grill now.
It's very tempting. We need some burgers up here.
Love that. I don't know if you guys would love us eating on the air. Friescha shuffles off the bag at first with 2 outs. He's going to go on contact. Here's the 1-2. Corridor tied up a little bit. Sends it foul down the first baseline.
I was gifted a lay earlier in the day, so I am dressing with the theme tonight.
Jimmy Buffett night. A couple of parrot heads out for the Dirty Heads band.
Did not know that was what, the tag, if you will, for Jimmy Buffett was for his fans.
It's a fun one.
I like it.
Friescha on first, the 1-2. Another foul ball by Aldrim Corridor. And he'll keep his 1-2 count. That was pitch number 6 of the at-bat. 4 of them fouls. Working Spence good to start him off here. Crowd gets excited. The R fills an opportunity here. Here's the 1-2. And it's outside. Something other than a foul ball. And the count will even 2 apiece.
Tried to frame that one up too. It was a little bit outside, but tried to bring it back in a little bit. Didn't go for a strike.
Corridor's had a pretty solid last 10 games, batting .317. Try to do some damage here. An off-speed pitch. Just gets away from Mitch Spence, and now the count is full. He's had 13 hits and 8 RBIs, including that big grand slam in the win over Altoona. Love to send one out of the park here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Corridor slow rolls it down the first baseline. The pitcher Spence picks it up underhand. A tough throw over to Gasper, but he's able to nab it out of the air. Makes out number 3, and the Fightin' Phils do get a hit, but they strand him on. So to the 5th we go here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Somerset leads 1-0.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the R-Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other R-Phils fans, see an R-Phils road game, meet with an R-Phils player, and see 2 Philadelphia Phillies road games. The White Star R-Phils fan road trip visits Erie and Pittsburgh. Thursday, July 28th through Sunday, July 31st. You see the R-Phils at Erie, meet with an R-Phils player or coach, then head to Pittsburgh for a tour of the city, including the Incline, and a ride on the Yankee Clipper riverboat. You will attend 2 Phillies games versus the Pirates on Friday and Saturday before traveling home Sunday with a stop at the Flight 93 National Memorial. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star R-Phils fan road trip to Erie and Pittsburgh. Space is very limited. Sign up today.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
To the 5th we go here at America's Classic Ballpark. Somerset leads 1 run on 4 hits. Reading no runs on 2 hits. Emily Messina and Alexis Yoder bringing you all the action here from America's Classic Ballpark. Stepping into the box is number 9 hitter Chad Bell. He takes the first pitch strike. Bell flew out to center field his first time up. There's a strike inside by Noah Skiro. Clouds covering the sun right now, and just right field is kind of peeking through. You can see Ortiz shading his eyes with his glove. Skiro misses in the dirt. 1 and 2. But probably in just a few moments it'll completely set beyond that left field wall anyways, and hopefully he won't have to worry about that against his play. This is fouled into the stands, down the third base line. Bounces in front of a couple picnic tables, and a catch is made.
That angle has got to be tough with that sun in Jalen's eyes right now. I mean, it is directly straight across from him.
Back in the lefty batter's box. A ball and 2 strikes. Time is called. Bell steps out. And there's strike number 3. He went around. Putting the tag on him is Vito Fresia. And there is out number 1 to start off the 5th. Just the second strikeout of the game for Noah Skiro. But he's got the outs in other ways today. 2 ground outs, 3 flyouts. Picked up a big double play earlier in the game. And now we'll see the top of the order in Anthony Volpe, who had that RBI double back in the 3rd to score Somerset's only run of the game. He connects immediately, shallow left field. Guzzi coming back. He's going to call off Vicuña to make the play. What range does Jonathan Guzman have? Because he is like all over the field. If it's out in left, if it's out in center, he's making his way.
If it's directly hit right to him in the air, he is all over the place today, and he's stepped up to the challenge.
Certainly one of the best defensive shortstops in the league. And here's Elijah Dunham with 2 away.
And he was over behind third base to make that play. But as long as the out is made.
Certainly tracks it very well. And a good communication with the rest of his team, because there's never any issues when he's fielding the ball, as Dunham takes the first pitch ball. Ball in the air. Dunham slams his bat down. He's frustrated. Guess who it is? It's Jonathan Guzman, who ranges into left field to make the catch in the air. Back-to-back pop-ups to the shortstop. Gets the job done, and Skiro takes him down 1-2-3. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Somerset leads 1-0. Here's Ali Castillo to start us off in the bottom of the 5th. Man, it is so beautiful out right now. It's golden hour here at the R-Phils ballpark. And Reading trails 1-0 to Somerset. But Castillo's going to start us good. I can feel it here. He takes the first pitch strike to Mitch Spence, who comes out for his own fresh inning here after taking over for Domingo Herman.
The pool just has the perfect amount of lighting right now. It is glowing out there.
There are about 1,000 kids playing in the pool down the right field line as Ali takes a ball. Here's another ball below the knees. Castillo sharply grounded out to third base, his first time up. Open stance, so his right foot much closer to the plate than his left foot, which is about a step back, and he comes set as the ball comes in, but it's below the knees, 3-1. And now he's got an opportunity to start us off with a runner on base. Lines this into left center. It's going to drop in. Ali Castillo's going to take 2 as it goes all the way to the wall, and he's going to hold up. I thought for a second he was going to third.
He had the jets on, that's for sure.
Speeding around the base paths, Castillo gets a double to start us off, and the tying run is now in scoring position here for Wendell Rijo.
It did take a big bounce off the wall, so I think if that didn't happen, he would have had a better chance, but the Patriots played it perfectly in that left center gap, which allowed him to get the ball in.
I guarantee you he was going around first, and Mike Jones was saying, take 3, encouraging him to pick up the pace. And then Sean's the one that's got to make the full decision over at third based on where the ball actually is by the time he gets there, and he was saying, hold up.
Which ended up being the right decision.
It was the right decision, but Mike's got to try to get the speed coming. He's got to. We got a runner on second here with nobody out. And here's Wendell Rijo. And he's going to lay down the bunt up the third base line. It's perfect. He's going to run it out at first. There's nobody there. Castillo's going to come home. And he's going to take third. Wendell Rijo is coming to third. And finally, the right fielder gets the ball. It's going to go in as a base hit. I will confirm with our scores. It's going to go in as a base hit. Then what happened, it is a base hit. Thank you, Kyle, over there, our official scorer today. What happened was Mitch Spence threw the ball to first, except there was nobody on first to throw it to. The first baseman was playing in, so he came in, and he just whipped it right down to first, and it went all the way to the R-Phils bullpen. And Wendell Rijo had the foresight to come all the way to third, and now this game is tied 1 apiece.
I mean, there was just nobody even close to
I don't even know what I guess he was just like in his head.
He was like,
you pick it up and you go to first, and that's what you do, and you don't even really like register.
Honestly, the throw was very high too, so I think it would have been an error, throwing error either way, but you know, still, you gotta.
So a bunt single, and Jonathan Guzman lines this sharply into left. It's going to drop foul. Man, the crowd wanted that.
I think Wendell wanted it too. He took the helmet off. He's like, "Are you kidding me?" Was well struck, but turned on it a little too much. That would have been nice.
So the R-Phils and Somerset tied up at 1 apiece here. Both teams have 4 hits. And now the crowd very invested this game, and the infield's playing in, trying to protect the run at the plate. And Guzzi grounds it foul again. He's down 1-2. If he could just lift this into the outfield right now, Reading would take a lead.
Yeah, get it deep enough. Wendell's got
good
speed
some
on
good
him.
speed. He's got the leading stolen bases on the team with 8. Guzzi settles in the righty batter's box. Here's the 1-2, and he pokes this into right. It's going to drop in for a base hit, and it's going to score a run, and the R-Phils lead 2-1.
He wasn't trying to do too much at the plate right there. He knew what he had to do to get the job done. Just get it into the outfield. You know the speed you have at third base, but he reaches anyway.
I agree. That was really good situational hitting for Jonathan Guzman. You're right. He's not trying to do more than he can do. And he pokes it the opposite way, which is perfect to score the run from third. And now the inning continues for the Arphils. They lead 2-1. They've got a runner on first here and nobody out. And another error by Mitch Spence. He overthrows first, trying to pick off Jonathan Guzman, and he's going to take second, which you're going to see how imperative this becomes because, one, it breaks up the double play, and two, it gets another runner into scoring position here for Vicuña.
He's certainly riled.
And now
out
it's
there on the
riled.
mound.
Now it's riled Spence. Exactly. Vicuña hasn't even seen a pitch yet.
Once again, another high throw, too.
He looks back at the runner on second. Now he's going to come home. Kevin's going to try to lay down the bunt, but he pokes it foul. There was a lot of bunt practice going on before the game today. Mike Jones and Sean Williams coaching these guys on how to lay it down perfectly, and we saw Wendell Rijo do that earlier this frame. Reading leads 2-1 here. Bottom of the fifth at FirstEnergy Stadium. The middle infielder is back deep. The corner infielder is playing in on that grass with signs of bunt by Kevin. And Spence is looking back at second. Here's the 0-1 above the letters. Vicuña kept the bat on his shoulder. Jonathan shuffles off the bag at second. And this is on the inside corner for a called strike. Crowd's chirping the umpires here. That's Evan Johnson back behind the plate. I don't think they've had any problems with Johnson yet. I know Ray Valero down at first has ejected somebody before. Spence looks back, and Vicuña lines this right into the glove of Mickey Gasper, and then he throws it into the outfield, tying up Jonathan Guzman. But luckily, Elijah Dunham was there this time, and he brings it back in, and that just results in out number 2. It was well hit by Kevin, but Gasper didn't even have to take a step to make the catch.
And I think he got a little too anxious on that throw there. Nobody was really close enough to make a play at second base on Guzzi, but he chucked it over there anyway, and it ended up in the outfield. But thankfully, left fielder for Somerset was close enough to make the play.
Now we're back to the top of the order with Simone Muzziotti. He's looking for his first hit of the game, 2 ground balls. The Arphils lead 2-1 here, and they've got a runner on second with 2 outs. Ollie Castillo started this frame off with a double. Wendell Rijo was just trying to bunt him over. And bunted it, got to first, and an error allowed him to reach third. And since that was ruled a single, he will get credit for the RBI. Will he? No, he won't. He will not get credit for that run batted in. That was on the error, since Castillo wouldn't probably have come home on the bunt, just moving to third, and then he came home on the error. Muzziotti takes a swinging strike. He's down 1-2. So just to confirm, Castillo moving over to third on that bunt and then came home on the error by the pitcher, and then another error after Jonathan Guzman's single allowed him to move to second. Spence looks back. Here's the 1-2 to Muzziotti. Swings on a wild pitch. The ball is in the dirt, and he throws over to first. And there's out number 2. Put that strikeout 2-3 in your books if you're following along with us. And now there's 2 away for Vito Fresia. Still an opportunity here with a runner on second. Vito's already had a hit today, and that was off the major leaguer, Domingo Germán. And he pokes this down the right field line. Tracking is Rosario. He dives for it, but he can't make the play. It's fair, and Vito Fresia will have an RBI double that scores Jonathan Guzman, and the Arphils up 3-1. Frisha's got that shimmy going out on second.
That shimmy that they all do when they get on base. It is really fun to watch them celebrate on base when they get a hit.
Watch this back. Rosario tried to make a top 10 play there, and he just couldn't nab it, and Frisha perfectly placed down the right field line.
I always talk about really selling out, laying your body out on the line to try and make that highlight reel play, but didn't end up in his favor that time. And Frisha turned the Jets on to get to second base.
Now they're going to have a meeting on the mound here. The entire infield coming in. The pitching coach, Gerardo Casadiego, coming out to talk to Mitch Spence as the Arphils have taken a 3-1 lead here. A double by Ollie Castillo, a bunt single by Wendell Rijo, a single by Jonathan Guzman, and a double by Vito Frisha. And now Vito's going to stay put on second with 2 outs. Here is Josh Akami. And the crowd is roaring here at the ballpark. Best fans in baseball. Righty on lefty matchup here for Mitch Spence. As the meeting on the mound ends, he'll send a breaking ball down to Akami and get him to chase 0-1. That one breaks this time. Akami holds off, and the count evens. Some light stretching going on in Somerset's bullpen. Nobody up, so we should see Noah Skiro in the top of the 6th. Reading leads 3-1 now. Spence deals, Akami ground ball to the right side. Bacidas is there to make the play, and that will do it. But the Arphils end up putting 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave 1 on base, and they take a 2-run lead. On to the 6th we go here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Reading's on top.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus, 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular season tickets are $31 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
For top-flight local jobs, go with who you know. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands brought on by the pandemic, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com. Well, an eventful inning for the Reading Fightin' Phils. They end up plating 3 runs on 4 hits and 2 Somerset errors. And so now they take a big 3-1 lead as we head into the top of the 6th. Noah Skiro is still going to be out for the Reading Fightin' Phils. And now Alexis Yoder on with the play-by-play.
Josh Bro's going to lead off this inning for the Patriots. He's 0 for 2 so far today as he digs in against Noah Skiro. Here comes the pitch. It'll be a called strike. The count is going to be even at 1-1. Skiro moving fast here as Hill comes set and deliver the pitch. Be a bit low. Count moves to 2-1 for Skiro. The Patriots scored the first run of this ball game, but Reading came back in the last half of the inning as Bro skies this one into right field, but Jalen Ortiz moves back to make the catch, and that'll be the first out of the top of the 6th inning. And center fielder Brandon Lockridge will dig in for his third plate appearance of the night.
And Skiro is cruising right now, just 61 pitches here through 5 1/3.
This one will be fouled back into the plaza.
The longest outing by an Arphil starter was James MacArthur when he went 6 1/3, and that 1/3 was tough. Heading into the 7th, it was a tough frame for him. And that comes off the head of Brandon Lockridge. He had a helmet on, so it popped off very aggressively, and now he's up and walking around, and the trainer is out there. He looks a little bit dazed and confused. But that's why they have those shock-resistant helmets nowadays, and I think Skiro a little taken aback as well.
Yeah, you could tell he was a little shaken up because of that. He just took one step back towards the mound and just put his head down. Obviously, he didn't mean to do it, but that doesn't make it any easier. Of course, you want everybody to be safe here as they're
Nobody wants to
playing the
see
game.
anybody injured.
Absolutely
These are just
not.
a bunch of guys all after the same goal.
As there's a nice round of applause from the crowd here in Baseball Town as Lockridge will head back towards the dugout.
We'll have to see who they bring in.
Yeah, have a pinch runner out at first base. We'll wait to see who that is. So the Patriots will have a runner aboard here with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. As we'll still wait to see who's going to take first base in place of Lockridge.
That's the second hit by pitch from Noah Skiro today. The first was a back foot slider that missed. It's still a hit by pitch, but it's certainly not the same caliber as this kind of helmet hit.
It looks like it's going to be
Oliver Dunn getting a couple warm-up laps in as he's going to take over at pinch running at first.
I'm sure you do have to stretch before, as you're thrown into this situation here where you really don't expect that to happen. But he'll take first base here as Rosario will dig in for the Patriots against Skiro.
And we've talked before about how Hunter Marquardt has come in those situations a couple times, and he says, you always got to be ready in the game. You never know what's going to happen. And you never know when your name is going to be called upon, and so we'll see if Oliver Dunn is ready to go here.
There will be a strike here for the first pitch to Rosario. It'll be 0-1 as Skiro comes set and delivers high. It'll be 1-1. So 1 out, 1 runner aboard for Somerset. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Reading leads 3-1. They scored 3 runs in the bottom half of the 5th. Swing and a miss from Rosario. It'll be 1-2. Skiro takes the lead in the count. As Rosario steps back into the batter's box. Skiro taking a look over at first base at Dunn. Pitches. This is skied into right field. Ortiz is under it. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning, and back to first base goes Dunn. And Ortiz getting a lot of action out there as of late. He had that nice catch there off of Rosario, and earlier in the game made a nice hustle over towards the Reading bullpen to track down a ball to end the inning.
Yeah, that line drive by Elijah Dunham had a lot on it, and Ortiz covered a lot of ground to make the play. And I think that, honestly, as the first pitch comes in the dirt to Bastidas, honestly, I think he has matured so much as an outfielder. His read on balls has grown so much throughout the season. It's all about that first step, and I think he has really gotten a better read on the balls.
This one is skied back into the plaza from Bastidas. In the outfield and at the plate, too, for Ortiz. His approach at the plate has become better over the season.
He's definitely matured, 100%.
Shows, definitely. 1-1 the count to Bastidas. 2 outs here, swing and a miss. He'll be down in the count 1-2. As Skiro goes back onto the rubber. Waiting to get the sign from Vito Friscia back behind the plate. Comes set and fires. This is skied out to left field. Vicuña going back to the warning track. He's under it, and he'll make the catch. That'll end the top of the 6th inning as Reading heads back into the dugout trying to add to their 3-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Jalen Ortiz will lead off the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Fightins as they stranded a base runner from Somerset. After he was hit by a pitch, Jalen takes a hack at this first pitch, misses in the dirt. Be it 0-1 the count to him. So, top half of the 6th, Brandon Lockridge went back into the dugout after he was hit by a pitch. Ortiz will watch this one go by in the dirt. Be 1-1 the count. Then Dunn came on to pinch run for him with 1 out, but Fightins were able to get out of that jam.
So Oliver Dunn moves out to left field.
As Jalen pops this up into shallow left center. Back under it for Somerset is Volpe. He'll make the catch for the first out of this inning. As Aldrin Corridor will step to the plate for the R-Phils.
So a couple of defensive substitutions there since Oliver Dunn came in. He moved out to left. Jason Rosario switched to center. And Elijah Dunham now at right. So just to confirm, everybody switched in the outfield. It's Dunn, Rosario, and Dunham left to right.
Corridor will chop this down the right field line. And he's safe at first base.
An infield single for Aldrin Corridor. You gotta love it.
We saw that once before when he laid down a bunt and he hustled his way down. But this one, he just, hacked at a ball. It was in the middle of the zone
and they thought it was gonna roll foul. I don't know why, because it was in the middle of the grass. It wasn't near that lip.
Yeah. And once it hits the grass too with that pace, it's a little
right. It came off slow. It's not like it had good velo. So it got stuck in the grass, and they waited too long to pick it up and throw it to first, and Aldrin Corridor beat it out. So he'll get a single to his name here. The R-Phils are grinding it out any way they can.
Castillo will send this one to second base, over to second for 1, and Castillo is safe at first base. Corridor will trot back to the dugout for the second out of this inning, but Castillo standing on first base, and this is where the R-Phils did their damage in the last half inning, was the bottom half of this order. It started with Ali Castillo's double, and then Wendell hit into a single, which turned into an error on the pitcher for Somerset that allowed Castillo to score. We'll see if they can make some magic happen here as Wendell Rijo digs in.
And that was huge by Castillo to run out a double play. This inning could have easily been over, but he hustled out of the box and down the first base line and was able to get himself on a fielder's choice.
Yeah, he certainly doesn't give up on the field or at the plate. Has a lot of speed. It's Rijo. Waits with a 1-0 count. The pitch coming from Spence, and it's a grounder into right field, a base hit. Ali Castillo around second base. He's headed for third, and he'll get there, sliding. Runners at the corners now for Reading as Wendell Rijo grounds this one into right field for a base hit.
We've seen a lot of guys go the opposite way today, and it's working out well in their favor as he pokes it into right field, and Ollie's the guy you want running on the bases. He's taken 3, no doubt in his mind that he is outrunning that throw from the right fielder Dunham.
So it'll be runners at the corners with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning for Reading as Jonathan Guzman steps to the plate.
He had an RBI single his last time up. Why not do it again?
Errors. One of those errors from Somerset in the last inning that Reading was up to bat. He'll watch this one go inside as it skips away from the catcher. Castillo thought about going, but was close enough to the plate that he said, I'll wait, see if Guzzi can score me again. And we'll get a fresh ball after that one went into the dirt. The score is Reading 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning, looking to add to their lead now with runners on the corners. Spence will come set out of the stretch. And here's the pitch. Guzman will pop this one up into foul territory down the first base line. And over to make the catch is Gasper, and that'll end the inning. So Reading does strand 2 as we head to the 7th. Reading still has a 3-1 lead over Somerset.
Here we go into the top of the 7th at FirstEnergy Stadium, and Noah Skiro is going to come out here. He only has 71 pitches to his name. He's allowed 1 run on 4 hits, and he's going to see the 7 through 9 batters in the lineup here as the grounds crew is finishing up, sweeping the dirt, trying to even out the playing field as we start the 7th inning in Baseball Town. Reading leads 3-1. And Noah Skiro ready to rock and roll here. He sends a first pitch outside to Gasper for ball number 1. Fightin' Phil's had a chance to put on some more runs in the bottom of the 6th, but they stranded 2. And Gasper lines this into right field. It's going to drop in. And the Patriots are going to start off this frame with a runner on and nobody out. Is some action in the bullpen right now. Looks like Francisco Morales out there, if we should need him. The longest a starter has gone is 6 1/3. That was James MacArthur. If he gets 1 out, he'll be at 6 1/3. If he gets 2, he'll have eclipsed that here. He's got a runner on first. He's picked up a big double play ball before. And here's Michael Beltre, who's 1 for 2 today. Beltre pops this one up foul. There's a first pitch strike. Let's check around the system, why don't we? Phillies trail 3-1. They're only through 4 at Citizens Bank Park against the reigning World Series champs Atlanta Braves. Lehigh Valley tied 2-2 against the Syracuse Mets. This is a foul ball up the third base side. Down 0-2 now is Michael Beltre. Rafael Marchand, an RBI single. Daniel Robertson, one as well. Jersey Shore trails 4-2 against Wilmington. They're in the top of the 8th. Casey Martin has all the RBIs today, including his 4th home run. As Skiro misses upstairs, 1 and 2. Man, it's a beautiful night here. I know I keep saying that, but it's like,
but now
it's
the clouds
really
are
nice.
But now the clouds are starting to get some nice color too. Let's see if we'll have a picture-perfect sunset here. It looks like it's going to be.
Sky. Skiro is going to go over to first. Diving back is Mickey Gasper. He's had no stolen bases this season on 1 attempt. And Skiro give him another nod over there. You get 2 step-offs per batter. And now he comes home inside, missing. And the count evens 2-2. Still looking for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th. He's reached about 87 pitches before, so we'll see how long manager Sean Williams gives him. But he still has control over this game, I think.
It was only really that 1 inning that a run scored.
2-2, ground ball right side. 3-6. 3, but I think he runs it out. They got him! What a double play for Noah Skiro, and Josh Akami is putting in the work there.
It looked like it was going to be a little bit confusing there as Skiro got over, as he should, in case Josh didn't get back to make the play. But he did get there, and it was close, but good for Josh.
That's a huge double play ball. They go 3-6-3 on that right up the first base line. And that gets 2 outs here in the 7th, and nobody on the base pass here for the number 9 hitter, Chad Bell, who's 0 for 2 today. And Skiro picked up 2 outs on that play, so he now is the deepest starter for the R-Phils, as this is a ball that hits the dirt. 1-1.
He's also on the active roster even before this game led in innings pitched.
Ground ball right side, it's foul. That's good enough for strike 2.
You can add another 6 2/3 to that total.
Here's the 1-2, some high heat, 92 with his fastball, and a frustrated Chad Bell snaps his bat after striking out Noah Skiro. 7 quality innings, giving us just 1 run on 5 hits. And he gets the job done for the Fightin' Phils, keeping him in this very close contest. Reading leads just 3-1. It's stretch time here at the ballpark. We'll be back for the Reading Fightin's bottom half in just a moment.
Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Berks Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Berks Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Lidl is a normal grocery store with aisles and shelves and high-quality groceries. But only Lidl has really low prices. Like so low they're too good to be true. But true. Lidl, suspiciously low-priced groceries.
Bottom of the 7th here, and Noah Skiro has dominated this contest, pitching a gem in 7 innings. And there's a pitching change for the Somerset Patriots as Mitch Spence hands the ball over to Matt Minnick here. A lefty. We'll see Kevin Vicuña, and then back to the top of the order, Simone Muzziotti and Vito Friscia. Your Fightin' Phils lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the 7th at FirstEnergy Stadium, and they're looking to maybe increase on that a little bit as Kevin Vicuña, looking for his first hit of the game, comes up 0 for 2. Well struck ball his last time up, a very sharp line drive to the first baseman.
Now the Arphils are hoping that he gives them a hot start to this inning, as they have in the last couple innings.
Vicuña takes a pitch inside. Mitch Spence finishes with 2 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. No walks and 1 strikeouts, and he's got traffic on the base pass both times. So they're going to go over to the lefty Minnick here as Vicuña fouls this sharply into the stands, 1-1. Minnick drafted in the 23rd round, back in 2019. So not much experience here, just a couple years with that pandemic year kind of taking everybody out for a summer. Kevin sharply shoots this into center. Coming over and making the catch is Rosario as he crashes into his teammate Elijah Dunham. They were both hustling for the ball and just couldn't hold up. And that's out number 1. Here's Simone Muzziotti as we go back to the top of the order. Muzzi 0 for 3 today. But he'll step in as a big lefty-lefty matchup here. Minnick, a 3.81 ERA. Be the first time we see him this series as he gets a first pitch strike into Simone Muzziotti. 15 appearances. He's got 3 wins under his belt. And Muzziotti sends this foul up the third baseline. Bell is all over it, making the catch in foul territory. And there is out number 2 for Vito Friscia. Now here's the thing about Minnick is that he kind of knows this area pretty well. He's a Buffalo, New York native, but he went to Mercyhurst College. So that's in Pennsylvania. So he's got a little bit of, Northeast. A couple of Northeast guys on the Somerset team. Nobody from PA, but a couple Jersey and New York guys, and they brought out a crowd to this good game. I honestly thought we were going to see more New York jerseys today with the rehab start.
Yeah, I will say I was down
but they were
checking out the T-shirt giveaway, and I did see a couple Yankees fans, people with Yankee shirts at least.
A couple, but not well represented in the crowd, and they've certainly been shut down in these past few innings.
Let's see if we get any more traffic from the New Yorkers coming in throughout the weekend. 4th of July weekend, too, so it'll certainly be popping here.
2-0, bounced over the plate, 3-0 here to Vito Friscia. He's had a 2-hit day, including an RBI double back in the 5th. Put the Arphils up 3-1. Crowd looking for some action, and there's a strike on the inside corner. Minnick has held batters to just a 115 average, which is pretty good here. He's been in Double-A all season long. The lefty comes home to Friscia. He sends this sky high into right. Dunham is having trouble tracking it, but he makes the catch as it comes down closer, and the Fightin' Phils go down in order here. And that will do it in the 7th. To the 8th we go. The Arphils lead 3-1.
Gear up for Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear. Plus, throwback, black, R-Train, Arphils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The sound of an ice-cold Corona is music to my ears. Oh, run that back. Dope. Now drop that beat. And hit me with the hook, player. Hey, whatever you do with your fine life, just do you, player. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Now coming in the game for the Alberta University Golden Wolves bullpen. Our Phil's pitcher, number 19, Francisco Morales. Now batting for the Patriots, the shortstop, number 7, Anthony Volpe.
Here we are in the top of the 8th inning at FirstEnergy Stadium, and Reading leads Somerset 3-1. Anthony Volpe will start things off as Noah Skiro hands the ball to Francisco Morales out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. And Volpe takes a strike to start off his at-bat. Skiro, what a quality start. The best one of the season, I think. 7 innings of work, 5 hits, just 1 run, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts on 82 pitches as Volpe chases wildly for strike number 2 on Mo's slider. And they've got to get the win here for Skiro. I mean, that's a hell of a start. It's a good way to start off the second half. The 0-2 from Morales, and Volpe gets a piece of it to stay alive. Mo had a good week last week, joining us from Lehigh Valley. 3 appearances, 9 strikeouts. Feeling good here. 2 appearances in the big league club, so he can check that off his list. But hopefully he'll get back up there sometime soon. The 0-2, sharply struck down the third base side, but it's foul. Somerset scored the first run of the game in the 3rd inning. Reading put up a 3-spot in the 5th, and that's been it today. It's been pretty solid pitching on either side. Both teams have had more opportunities to score, but haven't gotten another run across the board. So now we're in the 8th with a 2-run lead. Mo gives him a little chin music, bouncing him back. 95 on the radar gun, and the count moves to 1-2. Righty takes a deep breath, glove at the waist, and he goes down and away. That big slider fools Anthony Volpe, and there's out number 1 in the 8th inning. Here's Elijah Dunham. He's 0 for 3 today. Just one of 2 batters for the Patriots that has yet to reach. He'll step in on the left side against the righty Morales. Now, he's got the high-velocity fastball. We know that. He's throwing 95 now, but he can get it up. He can get it up 98. The thing is, the slider here is very effective towards righties, breaks down and away. Lefties, it breaks inside. So he's got to be careful here. Tie them up on the inside. Goes off speed, outside 2-0. Infield, outfield, back deep to Elijah Dunham. Freesia tries to nail this on the outside corner, but they don't get the call from Johnson behind the plate. And now it's 3-0. Phillies still trail 3-1 to the Braves, but it's only the bottom of the 5th there at Citizens Bank Park. Here's a 3-0 from Mo. It's way outside this time. A 4-pitch walk sends Elijah Dunham down to first. And here's Josh Bro with one away. Lehigh Valley has taken a 3-2 lead over Syracuse. Jorge Bonifacio belted in Donnie Sands. It's now the bottom of the 7th, and they are on the road in Syracuse against the AAA Mets. Jersey Shore still trails by 2. And they're in the top of the 9th on the road, down to their final 3 outs. They've got a runner on first and the tying run at the plate in DJ Stewart. Here's a first pitch outside to Josh Bro. 1-0. Clearwater's in a rain delay. Trailing 5-4, but they're stuck in the bottom of the 5th. And that is home at Baycare Ballpark. Francisco Morales, the 1-0. Gets it through the zone. Bro thinks about swinging, but he doesn't. It's a called strike either way. 1-1. Domingo Herman got the Major League rehab start, going 3 1/3 on 43 pitches, just allowing 2 hits and striking out 3. And there's a breaking ball that Bro does chase, and 1-2 the count now. Shuffling off the bag at first is Elijah Dunham. Freesia takes a ball in the dirt. He does a good job of keeping it in front of him. Dunham is jumping around out there. He's got 22 stolen bases this season, and the Patriots are down by 2 here. Coming set at the waist, Francisco Morales. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball, he chases, it doesn't go around, and now the count is full. Mo's been solid when he's been here for the Fightin' Phils. I think he's 9 of 11 in scoreless appearances, which is really impressive. And a .89 ERA now. Runner going, here's the pitch. Freesia takes its ball 4, so even though he went, he doesn't get credit for the stolen base as a walk pushes him to second. Now back-to-back walks for Morales there. Puts 2 runners on. And with just 1 out, here is Brandon Lockridge. And now the infield is going to come in here. No visit from anybody. They're just doing this on their own. I love that. They're going to try to help figure out the game plan. It was quick. They're already back. Vito Freesia's heading back behind the plate. Two runners on, just 1 out. Mo deals a breaking ball, a fastball. 96 he hits, his fastest offering yet. And it's 1-0. Runners take their leads here. Reading Fightin' Phils have gotten 2 big double play balls so far this game. This hits the dirt, and now the count 2-0. A wild pitch gets away from Vito Freesia. He's having trouble running it down all the way down the third baseline. Both runners advance. And now the tying run is out in scoring position here. A wild pitch pushes Elijah Dunham to third. And Josh Bro to second here. And Morales is going to have to throw a strike if he doesn't want to load the bases. 3-0 here, 1 out on the board. Now he hits a strike. The crowd cheers. Certainly capable of getting out of this inning without any damage across. That's ball 4 inside. 3 straight walks from Francisco Morales loads the bases. And here is Jason Rosario to come up, and now we'll see a visit from the pitching coach, Matt Hockenberry. Infield's going to come in as well. And that looks like Braden Zarbniski who's throwing now in the Phil's bullpen. This is certainly the biggest jam that they've been in today. They lead only 3-1. And really looking to hold on to it if they can. Home plate umpire Evan Johnson's coming out to break up this meeting on the mound. Big moment here for the Fightin' Phils. The bases are loaded. That's Elijah Dunham at third, Josh Breaux at second, and Brandon Lockridge at first. There's just 1 out on the board. And here's Jason Rosario, who's already had a 2-hit contest. Reading leads 3-1, looking to keep it that way. Mo deals a first pitch strike. Always curious. They always, you know how they mic people up out there sometimes? They got to mic up those meeting on the mounds. I got to know what's being said. Mo kicks and fires inside, and the count evens 1-1. There was a little cut there by Rosario, but he held up his bat. Wild pitch in the dirt. Vito keeps it in front of him. Two balls and a strike here. 1 out on the board with the bases loaded in the top of the 8th. Reading has led 3-1 very definitively since the 5th. This is outside. And now it's 3-1, and he is in danger of walking in a run in a very close contest. Here's the 3-1. He checks his swing, but he doesn't go around ball 4. And Francisco Morales has walked in a run here to make it 3-2. Now Reading still leads, but that is 4 straight walks for Mo, and Sean Williams has seen enough. He's going to come take the ball away from the reliever, and it's Braden Zarbniski who will come in here, try to get us out of this jam here. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after Zarb warms up. Braden Zarbniski is going to have a very tough situation to get out of here. He comes in for Francisco Morales, who left the bases loaded and walked in a run. So now the R-Phils are up by just one, and there's only one out on the board here for Jesus Bastidas. Checks his swing, but he doesn't go around ball number 1. Now, Zarbniski is perfectly capable of getting out of this without letting any more damage across the board. He's been very solid in relief for us. 3.23 ERA right now. The righty kicks and fires. A line drive right into the glove of Wendell Rio at second. They try to turn 2, and they get him at first. A double play ball for Braden Zarbniski. And just his third pitch out, Wendell Rio over to Akami, and they turn 2 to get out of the frame, and the R-Phils lead 3-2, and that is just, that's the play. That's the play of the game right there. We're heading into the bottom half. The R-Phils have a chance to get back that run in just a moment.
K Pool and Spa offers a variety of expert services for both in and above ground pools and hot tubs. They provide the service for Pool Pavilion at the FirstEnergy Stadium and keep it clean and maintained throughout the entire season. Based in Reading, Pennsylvania, they've been family owned and operated for 40 years. Turn to K Pool and Spa for the best value and professional service.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider for the R-Phils. International Fireworks shoots all 33 fireworks shows throughout the R-Phils season, including 6 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a retail store in nearby Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin' Phils game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next R-Phils game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Probably the biggest double play of the season was just had by Braden Zarbniski there as he gets a line drive to Wendell Rio, who flips it to Josh Akami, and they turn 2 with the bases loaded and a 1-run lead. Reading leads 3-2 now in the bottom of the 8th, and it's their turn to bat here. They're going to send up Josh Akami, Jalen Ortiz, and Aldrum Corridor here in the bottom of the 8th. They're the home team. They lead 3-2. So the Somerset Patriots just have 3 more outs, but I think Reading would like to get more than just a 1-run lead here, if possible. As Josh Akami is 1 for 3 today. Takes the first pitch ball. Matt Minnick hands the ball over to Derek Kraft here. He just got an inning of work. And there's ball number 2 here, righty on lefty matchup. Akami had a big double off the Major League rehabber Domingo Herman. There's ball 3 outside. Reading's got Brian Marconi warming up for a save situation. Crowd is getting excited. A lot of people have stayed in this contest, and they've gotten their money's worth today. It has been an exciting game as Josh takes a strike on the outside corner, 3-1. This is a guy that leads the Eastern League in walks. 3 balls and a strike. Kraft deals. Akami tied up on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is now full. Payoff pitch. Akami thought it was ball 4. He tossed his bat. But it's a called strike 3 that hits the outside corner. A tough call to start off the 8th with out number 1 here for Jalen Ortiz. He's looking for his first hit today. He's 0 for 3. First righty that Kraft is going to see right now. Takes a first pitch strike. This is inside. Ball and a strike. Wind starting to pick up here as the sun is setting at FirstEnergy Stadium. It is baseball under the lights right now. It's not aggressive. It's probably about 6 miles an hour coming in from left here. Jalen smokes this into right center. Racing over is the right fielder, Dunham, and he dives to make the catch, and he is writhing in pain out and right. Even though he snagged that ball out of the sky, and quickly manager Dan Fiorito is going to come out there, and Dunham's trying to jog it off. The trainer, Andy Dodgson, is coming out since their trainer, I believe, is still helping with Brandon Lockridge, who was taken out of the game, hit by a pitch. And Andy, great trainer for the Arphils, is going to come out and help Dan Fiorito here with Elijah Dunham in right. Nobody wants to see anybody injured. Nobody wants that. And now their trainer is going to jog out as well. That's Michael Becker. Not to be confused with the Arphils director of tickets, Michael Becker. Looked like maybe hobbling around on his ankle weird. I mean, he really laid out for that. And now there's 2 on the board. The Arphils lead 3-2. They'd like to give Brian Marconi another run of support, but they've got 2 quick outs, and now Aldrum Corridor up to bat. He's trying to jog, see how he feels out there in right. Certainly laid himself on the line for that play. We've seen good defensive plays on either side in today's contest. And looks like they're going to stick with him out there. Seems like he's hobbling a bit, but he wants to stay in this game. Fiorito and Becker jogging all the way back from right field. Derek Kraft has 2 outs here as the lefty Aldrum Corridor comes up to bat. Corridor had a nice infield single his last time up. First pitch inside, called strike. Two outs on the board. Arphils lead 3-2. Aldrum takes the ball down and away. Kraft was out there for quite a while. I'm surprised he didn't take any warm-up pitches. Usually you can there if there's like an injury delay. You can kind of keep your arm hot. Doesn't seem phased as the 1-1 is smoked back in the crowd. You can hear it come off the seats. Good catch made by a fan, the best souvenir in all of sports. Here's a 1-2 above the letters, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Arphils stay at home tomorrow against the Somerset Patriots, another 7 o'clock game. It'll be right-hander Sean Boyle versus righty Colton Eastman for the Fightin' Phils. A nice Wednesday game here at the ballpark. This is bounced in the dirt. And now the count is full. Corridor worked his way back into this at-bat. Trying to keep this inning rolling with 2 outs. Phillies put a run on the board. Odubel Herrera grounded home Didi Gregorius, and now they trail by just 1. Still threatening in the bottom of the 6th. There's ball 4 to Aldrum Corridor, and he's going to walk with 2 outs. The Fightin' Phils get a base runner here for Ollie Castillo, who has been very solid today. Ali in open stance here. He's 1 for 3 today. He takes the first pitch ball below the knees. I was talking to Brian about how in these situations when you're warming up because you know you're going to come in the ninth, but then you warm up and your team is still playing, and it's like, what do you do over there? Do you keep throwing? You don't want to tire out, but you want to stay warm. And he said any time that it takes a long time, he's fine with it because that means the team is working hard up offensively, and he'll support that, and he'll just stay ready and just what he has to do as Castillo takes ball 3 way inside, 3-0. Waiting on deck, Wendell Rijo. There's a called strike at the knees. Little late call there by Evan Johnson. Steps and pokes this foul into the parking lot. Got to be careful if you parked over there. I did. And now he got ahead 3-0, but the count is full here. Derek Kraft versus Ali Castillo in the bottom of the 8th. Aldrim Corridor out on first. 2 outs. The Arphils lead by just 1. Runner going, but it doesn't matter. Castillo strikes out swinging. And that will do it in the 8th. On to the 9th we go. The Arphils lead 3-2, and Brian Marconi will be in to close for Reading in just a moment.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phil's game ticket for only $19. No need to visit the concession stands. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. This selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Unlike any other area in FirstEnergy Stadium, the Savage 61 dugout suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, abilities in motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the dugout suite start at $25 and include options to add food and drink packages.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer and Stockertown Beverage throughout the 2022 season. Mao Beer and Mao's Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao's Cinco Estrellas Lager at FirstEnergy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2022 season and through our partner in Stockertown Beverage. Mao Beer will be on site for all of our Fiesta Friday games with samplings of their amazing Cinco Estrellas Lager. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils in all Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
Top of the 9th, a tight top of the 9th. Reading leads 3-2 here over the Somerset Patriots, and Brian Marconi will be called upon to close this game, facing 7, 8, and 9 hitters Mickey Gasper, Michael Beltre, and Chad Bell. Now, Marconi has been solid, but his last outing, he struggled a little bit, getting just 2 outs and allowing 1 hit and 1 run. He did give up a home run, but it was the runs were tracked back, so he actually only got credit for the 1. But if you were there, and it was tough. That was his 3rd appearance of the series. You don't usually use a closer like that as he sends a ball to Mickey Gasper. So you know what? Fresh. We're ready to go. We're at home. Lefty on righty as he misses inside 2-0.
Start of the second half of the season. Everybody's starting fresh.
We're starting fresh. He's been solid. 19 of 24 appearances scoreless. I mean, only 5 times since he's been out, he's allowed a run. That's pretty freaking good. Chop to third. Castillo fires it over to first, and there's 1.
You can't ask for much more than that. He's been strong, and that was a strong throw by Castillo to get the out at first base. And Gasper was moving on that play.
An ERA under 3. Marconi's got 2.96 now with 1 out here. And Michael Beltre up at the plate. He also has a team-high 9 saves. And if I'm correct, that had him 3rd in the Eastern League. But let me just, pull that up and double check. Michael Beltre takes the first pitch ball. He's 1 for 3 today, as the Patriots trail by just 1 in the top of the 9th. Lefty kicks and fires. This is sent sharply foul for strike number 1. So if I look under the Eastern League saves, 9 keeps him at 3rd, tied with Matt Brill from Harrisburg, but 10 is the next highest, tied for 1st. So tie him right here. Here's the 1-1. Pop up. It's going to be foul. Giving chase is Vito Freesia. It's going to end up 2 rows into the stands. That's good enough for strike number 2. Somerset scored first. They put up 1 run in the 3rd inning off the bat of Anthony Volpe. Reading countered back in the 5th with 3 of their own. They led 3-1 all the way to the top of the 8th inning when a walk with the bases loaded scored their 2nd run. And now Reading leads by just 1 here, trying to finish it out in the top of the 9th. Marconi, a ball and 2 strikes. Beltre gets a piece of it up and away, and he'll keep his count. Marconi, some high heat, and he gets Michael Beltre to strike out swinging, and that is a huge out number 2 here for Brian Marconi. And now it's all down to Chad Bell.
And Chad Bell struck out his last 2 times at the plate. He broke his bat, actually, on his last strikeout. Swung and missed at a pitch, couldn't believe it, and smashed his bat off the dirt at home plate as Marconi winds and fires for the first pitch. Swing and a miss by Bell. It's 0-1 the count. Somerset down to their final out here in the series opener and second half of the season opener, for that matter. In Baseball Town, Reading leads 3-2. Marconi comes home. He'll check his swing. Will check down to 3rd base. Third base umpire Brian DeBrouwer said he didn't go around, so the count will be even 1-1. 2 outs here. Marconi gets the sign from Vito Freesia behind the plate. Checks his swing again. Will check down to 1st base. Will actually be a called strike from the home plate umpire. And Somerset down to their final strike here. Fans rising to their feet, clapping here in Baseball Town. The pitch from Marconi, and it's a called strike 3. Bell goes down for the 3rd time in a row to end the game. And Brian Marconi will pick up his 10th save of the season, and the Reading Fightin' Phils will open this series against Somerset and the second half of the season with a 3-2 win. Noah Skiro went 7 strong innings for the Reading Fightin' Phils. They score 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning, and that'll be good enough for the win here in Baseball Town. Thanks so much for joining us for our broadcast. For Emily Messina, I'm Alexis Yoder. We'll be back here in Baseball Town tomorrow night at 7. Give us a listen on the broadcast or come out to Baseball Town for the 7 o'clock start, and have a great night.